Kier Starmer, Yvotte Cooper and the Home Office Special Advisors, along with the Council in Halton, are attempting to win the Runcorn by-election by electoral fraud. This is an unbelievable story, but it's absolutely true. I want to tell you a little bit about the story first, then we're going to go to the Lord Daresbury Hotel, or the Daresbury Park Hotel, where I filmed earlier today. Hello everyone, this is Andre Walker. Thanks so much for watching this video. Please do subscribe, but more importantly, hit the bell notification icon and donate to the Patriot Fund. We're at the end of the month and we're going to be sending out that monthly newsletter to explain what we do with all the money, and of course, if you don't donate, I don't have your email address, so I can't send it to you. Let me tell you a remarkable story in Runcorn. Now, I don't care who you're voting for. I want to tell you this. There is a major hotel called the Lord Daresbury, or the Daresbury Park. It's had a change of name. Now, that has housed so far 750 migrants. Most people think it's in Warrington because Lord Daresbury, Peter Greenall, is so associated with Warrington, but actually it's in the Runcorn and Helsby constituency. And what we've seen so far is that people have made this a major election issue. Every journalist wants to go, but I was at the Reform UK headquarters today, and they said the reason why it's not hit the media, the reason why it's not been so big, is a very, very simple reason. At the beginning of the election, during something called PERDA, the Labour Party, the special advisor at the Home Office, the special advisor to Yvette Cooper, lied to the public, lied to the local press, and said that the facility would close. Yes, that's absolutely right. So what they did was they broke the rules where you're not supposed to announce anything during an election, and they took that opportunity to lie to the public and to tell them that this facility was closing. Now, I would suggest to you that whether you're UKIP, whether you're Reform, whether you're the English Democrats, whether you're any of these people, if you are a decent patriotic party, then you are deeply, deeply concerned about the issue of boats, small boats coming to the UK, and illegal migrants coming to the UK, and illegal migrants hotels. This was going to be a major electoral issue for every political party, but the Labour Party, by saying that the Daresbury Hotel was closing for migrants, they've got away with it. Now, I've never seen anything like this. We've seen multiple times these attempts at electoral fraud, haven't we? We've seen the way that Kier Starmer has attempted to bring in more youth voting. You've seen the way that the Labour Party brought in postal votes on demand, which also they intended to use for the purposes of electoral fraud. And you've also seen the way that student voting is unbelievably profitable for the Labour Party because, remember, students can't vote unless they're from any Commonwealth country, any Crown dependency, or the Republic of Ireland. There are something like 35 countries and territories where you can vote if you come in to the United Kingdom as a student. So, we are seeing once again the same pattern that we've seen in the past, where people have lied to the public or they've said they can't do anything about it. Now, the video you're about to see is a bit rough and ready, and I'm out and about. You can see I'm literally in the corridor of a hotel in Runcorn. So what I'll do is I'm going to stick the video onto the end of this video. You can see all the way around the Lord Daresbury, you can see the swimming pool, you can see the spa, you can see all the hotel rooms, and then perhaps we can discuss it in the comment section about what you think. But apologies for the poor editing. It's just that I'm out and about. But please do remember that we are here exposing this because of the Patriot Fund. Please do donate to the Patriot Fund. The link is in the description, and also that puts you on the mailing list so we can talk to you about future events. Okay. Take it away on the video. The Labour government has lied about this hotel closing. This is the migrant hotel in Runcorn. It's called the Lord Daresbury Hotel. 750 migrants here. But I'm going to tell you what's really happened. The Labour Party got the Home Secretary, Special Advisor, to lie to the local papers to say this facility was closing, breaching the laws on PERDA. Hello everyone, this is Andre Walker. Thanks so much for watching this video. Please do subscribe, but more importantly, hit the bell notification icon. It's the best way to absolutely guarantee you get all of my videos as soon as they are released. Well, as a lovely landscaping van comes past us, we can see a little bit of the Lord Daresbury Hotel, and I have to say to you, this is a really, really fabulous place. I came here as a kid. It is absolutely, I think it used to hold a 4-star rating, which is pretty impressive. Now, we've already had a chat with security on the door, who it's fair to say are not very keen to talk to us at all. So if I just go down these stairs and show you a little bit of what you can see at the Lord Daresbury if you were to be an illegal migrant. So first of all, that is where the
The landscapers were doing their thing. They're upgrading the facilities. This is the little, what's it called? The carport, the drop-off point, whatever it is. Now, look, we've been told about the quality of hotels being given to migrants. Let's have a look at this. This is not bad by any stretch of imagination. I think if you were to have, I mean, all right, it's a little bit crossroads, but if you were to go on holiday here, I don't think you'd feel shortchanged at all, would you? Particularly on a day like this. Obviously, security won't allow us in and the migrants won't talk to us. So these guys, what they've done is they've all sort of cleared out the way, the security. And I think they're not going to throw us off the facility, but you can see that there's a fully open reception. You can see there's all sorts of clothing and equipment that's being given to people. And there we go. There we go. And there's some of the old signs that used to be up from when the place was a genuine 4-star hotel. But let's have a little bit of a wander. Now, we do know already, because I've been here already, that security are not going to bother us. So you won't see any of the sort of, scenes of violence or whatever that we've seen at other migrant hotels. They're much, much calmer here, which is quite nice. That's a little garden. When we arrived, there was lots of migrants just sat out here. My impression of them was that they were probably from the Middle East. We saw a lot of hijabs and whatever. There are some cars here, but in defence of the cars, I think that's much more likely to be for the members of staff rather than the migrants themselves. Why would they have a car? Little smoking area here. Somebody's lit a fire there, I think. Wonder if there's any evidence of anything a bit dodgy. No, to be fair, it's been very much cleaned and looked after. So look, the place isn't being wrecked. And there is a little football thing. Now, here's the thing that's going to be really, really interesting for all of you, because those of you who remember the Lord Daresbury Hotel, by the way, I keep calling it the Lord Daresbury Hotel or the Daresbury Park. It has actually had a name change. I think it was called the Lord Daresbury Hotel when it was owned by De Vere, which you will remember as Greenall's, because Lord Daresbury is Peter Greenall, the guy who owned Greenall Whitney or whatever it was called, Greenall Whitley Land. Okay, so then Britannia Hotels bought it. Now, here is the leisure and spa facilities. So let's have a look at these. Now, I've already been here, and I'm going to say to you that I'm relatively certain that the swimming pool is closed. Not just because it has a pool closed sign, but it's got the and the cover over it doesn't necessarily mean anything. But it's clearly not been used in quite some time. You can see there's some sand on the top of it and whatever. That looks like that's very much in abeyance. Now, if I go round here, by the way, look at this little pond. Once again, it's an absolutely lovely location. You can probably hear the birds tweeting and whatever. Lovely location, look at that. Obviously, it's not switched on, but it's quite nice. And then if we can have a little bit of a look into here. Now, this isn't very easy to see, so I appreciate I'm looking through windows, but you can see whilst the lights are off in the pool and the lights are off at the jacuzzi, I think you can see the lights are on in the gym. And I think that there are people obviously using the gym. This is a problem, by the way, that we've got with these places. Not so much that the migrants are here, though that's a problem in of itself. But this used to be a bustling place for the economy, where people would have, business lunches, which is what I went to, where people would have conferences, where people would come for spa days, etc. And this is a typical room at the Daresbury Hotel. Here we go. Now, once again, it's not that easy to see. Let's see if I can help you with that. But you can see, once again, if you'd gone on holiday here, you would not feel shortchanged at all. And obviously you can see that it is in use because they've got those plastic bags there. Now, there are other rooms that have got all their curtains closed, but I don't propose to go into those simply because, if actual people are staying there, the intention of this video is not to just disrupt people and individually offend people, because I've got no problem with somebody wanting to come to this country. I've got a problem with us letting them in when they don't deserve to be here. That's a big issue. Oh, look, we've got some flags up. I think that's an Indian flag over there. Probably check that out. So obviously, it does suggest loyalty to your country of origin. Is that India? No, it's not. We'll check out whatever that flag is. I'm sure somebody in the description will know what it is. And here's the conference centre. Now, obviously, there's some sort of education centre up there, which is currently in use. All the lights on during the day, obviously, because we're not worried about climate change when it comes to this. Well, I mean, these doors will be locked, won't they? Okie dokie. Well, this is the Daresbury Park Hotel. I'll say it for a third time. If you came here on holiday, you certainly wouldn't feel shortchanged. Not at all. And let's turn this round on me and just say to you that the critical thing about this is not so much what other people have done by going to these places, but it's more to do with saying, well, hang on a second, why are we being so dishonest to the public? Why are we saying that this facility is going to close when it's not going to close? Well, the reality is they're saying that because they want to ensure that this isn't an electoral issue in tomorrow's by-election. And I think that that is something that is genuinely shameful. Because imagine this place was closing, okay? And what you sit there and you say to yourself, okay, well, it's closing, so let's not make it an issue in this particular constituency. Well, what does that tell you? That tells you that the politicians that lead this country know that this is a political issue and they just want to diffuse it in one individual constituency and then just deny it across the rest of the country. That's the problem that we've got. The fact that nobody is ever willing to stand up and say, I am in favour of migrant hotels. I'm in favour of uncontrolled immigration. I'm in favour of changing our communities. I'm in favour of, ensuring that the country is overcrowded with people who hate the country. Because you'd never get a vote for that. So what you have to do is you have to A, deny it exists, which is what Nick Clegg used to do, or B, just simply turn around and say you can't do anything about it. And it's so frustrating because I was in a taxi on the way over here and the bloke said to me, well, I'm not going to vote because nothing ever changes. And what, do I disagree with him? Do I tell him he's completely wrong? Do I say to him that this isn't the truth? I can't do that. Can't do that because I've got to be honest with the man. The reality is that, God, look at this. I mean, I know I'm going on about this, but I mean, this is a nice place to visit. Bloody hell, no wonder they all want to come over, I mean, can you imagine if you've come from Iran and you're here? Let's have a look. Come on, have a look at this. I mean, it's gorgeous. All right, as I say, it's a little out of date, but I will tell you, I would come on holiday here any time. A nice day. The security are back. They're filming me. I'll give them a wave. Give them a wave. There we go. Yeah, he's filming me, and I don't know why they're filming me, to be honest. I mean, they didn't actually come out and talk, which was a bit of a shame. But anyhow, right. So that's me, I think, signing off. And just to say to you that I think what's shameful here is not that people want to come to the country, and it's not the workers inside, neither of whom I seek to harass, but it's the fact that government has done this to this country and that the government is consistently denying that they've done anything wrong. Okay, until next time, arrivederci and goodbye.